Well, what better? Way to spend a Monday night then with the 2K Sports team and the NBA. Welcome, everyone. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. On the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. And, of course, Damian Lillard. His first game in his new Atlanta Hawks uniform.
Well, we're about to see what the buzz around the league is all about here. Is it going to be just hype or will it be reality? We will find out here soon enough, along with the fans in this arena and the people watching at home.
Well, the father of Domantas Sabonis, Arvydas, named to the NBA 75 All-European team. Arvydas 7'3" and just so skilled.
Jacks up a three, and it's Lillard missing. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Jazz. Butler with the ball. Okongwu covering. Butler no good. And Greg, what was it like playing with the 7'3" Arvydas when you were in the NBA together?
Kevin, we had a couple years together in Portland, and I tell you what, he was an incredible passer. Really made me a better cutter because he was the first guy I played with that could make all the passes no matter where he was on the floor.
And they double up Butler. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense from Lillard.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
Pass to Banchero. Here he goes. And finished off by Banchero.
And that drive gives Banchero all the momentum he needs. And, boy, he turns it into an explosive finish.
Back to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
That is not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to throw an alley-oop from that kind of distance.
And then to dunk it with authority. Wow. Here's Butler. And the layup is good.
Wow, the strength of Jimmy Butler fends off defenders well when he goes up to score.
Pass to McCollum. Okongwu with it. Now, here's Sabonis. Williams with the ball. Sabonis defending. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Butler's got his second basket of the game.
A joy to watch Butler with his ball handling. A lot of creativity. He's one of the most gifted players in the game.
To the inside. McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
AGA, what about these Hawks? They can really be fun to watch.
Yeah, and they just need to be more consistent, Kevin. It seems they can beat anyone on any day. If they can start doing that regularly, we're talking about big things in the future.
Now here's McCollum. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. There's a minute 34 left to play here in the first.
Dame Lillard can untie your shoes with moves like that.
Pass to Banchero. Here's the three. And the basket by Alvarado.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Lillard. He's got 6. And it's McCollum in the corner. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Outside Butler. Over Lillard. Butler, no good.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And quite the honor last year for Damian Lillard, getting named to the NBA 75th anniversary team.
Greg, it was a well-deserved acknowledgement of his skills. He's a perennial all-star who continues to do astounding things on the floor.
Now here's Butler. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. 6-second difference between shot and gameplay. Launches it. Herter, no good. Outside Butler. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
Embracing the physical nature of the game, Butler loves getting contact while shooting.
And so Butler nails both of them.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Here's Rubio. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
That is situational basketball. It takes a good understanding and good execution.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Hawks. He notched 8 points. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Atlanta.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Domantas Sabonis is one of the best passing big men in the league. He said, sharing the ball is contagious. Everyone feels confident and knows they'll get touches, which makes the game fun. That can build chemistry on a young team. Kevin?
And David, we know how important that is. And we thank you for your report. Back to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Brown missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Harris, good. In decades past, teams that led the league in threes, if they shot that same rate now, would rank Greg dead last in the NBA. So with that thought, which teams of yesteryear probably should have shot more threes?
And that's a good one. Kevin, I think you got to look back to the Run TMC Warriors, right? How about the Larry Bird Celtics? Man, they could knock down the triple.
And they'll keep possession. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Down low. Here's Clark. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
Anytime you watch the Jazz, you have to think back to those great Utah teams of the 80s and 90s. They easily could have won a few rings.
launches a three. The shot, no good. And Atlanta will come the other way. Maybe even more than a few. And Smitty, it seems hard to believe those Jazz didn't win a title or two.
Kevin, well, if it wasn't for a player named Michael Jordan, they probably would have. Those Stockton, Malone Jazz teams ran into Jordan twice in the finals when he was at the peak of his career.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks making a change here. Now McCollum spins. Converts after the nice spin. McCollum's got the lead up to 5 now for the Hawks.
The handles of C.J. McCollum on full display.
Pass to Craig. Fires the three. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look. Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Substitution on the court.
They get a hand on it. And stolen by Williams. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Right side, Butler. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Damian Lillard.
The shot fake of Jimmy Butler is tough not to fall for.
Well, he'll run through a wall to win, but sometimes Jimmy Butler can drive his coach up a wall. Despite that tendency, though, to embrace conflict, this guy is working.
And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. And Greg, last season, Butler and Spoelstra got into it on the sideline. We all saw it. It was an interesting moment.
I think that's a good way of phrasing it. That manic intensity perhaps necessary at times for a player who competes as hard as Jimmy.
Shot's good by Butler. Butler's got 8 points.
A good interior scorer. Jimmy Butler using his strength and explosiveness to full effect.
Lillard surveying the D. And here's McCollum for three. Banchero grabs the board. Utah trailing here. Outside Butler. Over Prince. Nice ball movement by Utah. And here's Ivy. No points in the game yet for him. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer, Butler. And no good that time. And it's Harris with the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. Lillard outside. And then Lillard slams it in.
This is so fun to watch. Lillard going up with some real power to finish the slam.
Now, here's Ivy. Pass to Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Prince in the corner. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. Prince has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Rejected by Harris.
Great position on that play from Tobias. Challenging the shot and getting a piece of it.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Hawks lead by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And Atlanta calls their first timeout of the game.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
The Hawks leading by 5. Rubio taking his time here. Pass to Herter. From the arc. Banchero grabs the board. And it's Utah's ball. Butler goes in. Can't cash in from close range. Rubio with it. And it's Jaden Ivey with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Hawks making a change here.
Now to the lineup for your Hawks. Mike Muscala.
In the corner. Herter with it. Pass to Rubio. Over to the wing. Here's Niang. A three-pointer off the mark. Jazz trailed by 5. Here's Butler. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Steve, Jimmy Butler is definitely a defensive difference maker.
He is, Kevin. Back in the 2021 season, Butler led the league in steals. He is so committed to forcing you to make mistakes with the ball.
And we've seen it for years. Despite their regular season success, the Jazz just unable to make much noise in the playoffs. Credit the front office for coming to terms with it and pivoting to a rebuild while they could get top value for their stars.
Shot clock at 6. The Hawks again can't hit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And finished off by Banchero.
A solid all-around player, Jimmy Butler understands the importance of sharing the ball with open guys.
Pass to Banchero. The kick outside to Butler. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Hawks leading. Williams comes with a double team. Here's Niang. The 3. It's good from long range. Niang's got his first 3 points of the game.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Pass to Herter. Here's Niang. And here's Rubio. In transition, here come the Jazz. Count that bucket. Alvarado's got 5. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now, here is Muscala. Rebound by Williams. Outside Butler. Pass to Alvarado. Outside Butler. Here's Alvarado. 4 on the clock. And Butler gets it to go. He's got 14.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now Muscala. Shot from the low block. The Hawks working the ball around. The Hawks again can't hit.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Wasted no time on that one. And the Hawks lead by 3.
Kevin Herter, a terrific catch-and-shoot player, both from a stationary position and coming off screens.
Pass to Banchero. 3-pointer. Hits the 3-point bomb. Banchero's got the game tied up here for Utah.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answer each other from range.
In the corner, Herter with it. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And it's Williams with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Pass to Alvarado. And here's Banchero, covered by Rubio. The kick outside to Butler. Williams trying to break free. A miss that time. Would have put him up. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock.
Utah foul. Jose Alvarado. 10 seconds.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
He's knocked down 3/4 of his foul shots this season, so he's right around 75%.
Time call here. The Jazz decide to talk it over. Both teams deciding to change it up. Utah calls timeout. Lillard from outside. The Hawks again can't hit. Utah trailing here. Brown outside. For the lead. It's good. Brown's got his first bucket in this one.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
3/4 of play in a close game here. Jazz out in front, up by 1. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena.
36.
And with 3/4 behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. Here's Jones. To the middle. Sabonis with the steal. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Brandon Clark.
CJ has always been a gifted scorer, but he's shown significant improvement as a playmaker, which makes him even more dangerous with the ball in his hands.
And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
Now Lillard. Taken away by Williams. Outside Butler. There's a screen by Williams. Inside. That one doesn't go. Nice D from Sabonis.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Utah leading. Pass to Banchero. Atlanta with the rebound. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Lillard outside. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Time after time, it's Dame, a prolific offensive player.
Butler on the way. Pass to Williams. Back to Butler. Second shot opportunity. And here's Ivy. The Jazz working the ball around now. And finished off by Banchero.
And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
To the paint. Here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
To the middle. Here's Butler. The rebound by Prince. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Atlanta. They lead by 1. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Again, the miss by Lillard.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
And they double up Butler. Outside Williams. Back to Butler. Shot clock at 5. That shot no good. And Atlanta will come the other way. Pass to Lillard. Williams with the block.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
Right side, Butler sinks the three-pointer. Butler's got the lead up to 2 now for the Jazz.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Defense probably knew Lillard would take the shot. That doesn't make it easier to stop him.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, during that timeout, the coach of the Jazz talked to his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Pass to Ivy. Now, here's Banchero. Outside Butler. Shoots over Herter. No good off the back of the rim. Here is Lillard. 27 seconds left in the fourth. From deep. Herter, no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Pass to Butler. To win it. And we're going to overtime. A riveting defensive play to keep them alive. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Pass to Ivy. Here's the screen to the wing right side. Here's Banchero. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And for a big man, Banchero has a rare mix of moves. I mean, this guy can cross up defenders. He blows by people. Terrific handle for a guy that big.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Harris a screen. This one for 3. McCollum no good. Now here's Butler. Pass to Banchero. Back to Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
You need a big basket, you turn to Jimmy Butler. He's the first option in their offense.
Here's Rubio. Driving the lane. Lays it up off the glass.
A crucial moment in this game. Rubio unafraid to take it upon himself.
Here's Banchero. Outside Butler. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
A great competitor. Jimmy Butler is exactly who they want at the line.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. It's a 4-point ball game.
And really the
tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Rubio outside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Taking it to the defense right there. Lillard can do it all.
And the Jazz call time here. They're in front by 2. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first overtime. In overtime here, a minute and a half off the clock. Ivy with the bucket. Ivy's got the lead up to 4 now for the Jazz.
Big-time buckets is what everyone wants to see from Ivy. He has to attack without hesitation in those situations.
Pass to Herter. The Hawks working the ball around. 6 to shoot. There's Sabonis. Banchero grabs the board. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Butler deciding where to go with it. Teardrop shot. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Jazz lead by 6.
Defense, what defense? Jimmy Butler was determined to knock that one down.
Rubio with it. Inside. Sabonis. And a missed layup. And Utah has possession. The kick outside to Butler. And so it's Utah with the win. They escape with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.